Welcome to Down in the Dungeon with Tim, and it is week 16. The season draws to a close. We are looking at a Vought International going up against Hurt Donuts. And we got some serious division rivals here. Two of our top teams in the entire league battling it out. And I want to give props to Aaron Johnson for calling out Bobby, saying he wasn't scared. And just like that, living up to it, it's a kickoff return, fumble, scoop and score, Hurts Donut, the old chocolate cream, tough to get better than that, opens up the game with an impressive touchdown, fumble recovery, the extra point is good, just like that, 7-0. Tiramisu fires it back to Shockwave. And I have to say, ever since the season finale of the boys, this Vought International team led by Homelander, just not quite the same after the public declaration, being very content to suck some schlong to stay alive after all his superpowers were gone. The mystique of Homelander just hasn't quite been there. Pressure up the middle, but I think he's able to fire it back to Leiter once again and make some nice move, couple of nice moves. And there it is, again in a season lacking defense. It's another touchdown. Homelander trying to regain some dignity, trying to visualize himself masturbating at the top of a mountain, actually the top of a landscaper. Skyscraper, looking out at the landscape of New York City or wherever the hell he is. Thinking about breast milk. And a big return there, Cream all the way out past the 40. So they'll take over at the 43. First time the offense has touched the ball, they decide to run, but nothing doing there. Sprinkles only gets a yard. Another double back set. They go right back to it, but the blockers are all over it. So they're going to have to try a different approach now. Oh, and they've left a man wide open, dangerous. The DB stopped a jump, but he didn't time the angle right. Wide open, but it sailed over his head. That is painful. You get the call you want, you get the defense you're looking for, and you cannot connect. So the vaunted Vought takes over again. A lot of pressure on Homelander at his feet. And is able to find a man and stick it through for 9.5. Oh, Homelander that time swallowed up for a sack. That's a loss of 2. What are they going to do here? Run or pass? They decide they think they can run with it, and they are right. A-Train piles through, doesn't run through anybody's girlfriend at that moment. A lot of pressure at Homelander, and it forces a terrible throw. A bit of a panic there as he felt the man at his feet. They go for it again. He does have defense, the arm in motion, but Donut Hole says no, and another sack. Homelander getting a little rattled in the backfield. Pressure coming through, but they fire it, and it's not a first. What a desperation tackle there. 6-inch line. I'm really surprised they didn't bring out the measuring sticks. But they call it no first down. Blueberry. Oh, he had the outside. If only he kept going. But at least he gets him out of safety concern, at least for the first play. A lot of pressure. Oh, no. And Love Sausage comes in. Now it's 2nd and 19. Now one more of those plays, and they'll be giving the ball up. Got time. Smart little dump off there to Lemon, who's got some speed and some nice moves. Gets a couple of divers all the way out to the 45. Big first down. Good patience for the donut. Now they swing it out. Can he get anybody out there? No, he looks pretty slow. That play, probably not going to break it big. Pressure, and incomplete. Almost picked, almost tipped. All sorts of almost. And just like that, it's 3rd and 11. And then it's going to be worse. A called play. Love sausage in. So all of a sudden, both defenses standing tall here in the second quarter. Jelly roll, fires it down to the Knight at the 7. Quickly overwhelmed, but he's got speed out to the 19. Man in motion as Homelander surveys. Got plenty of time this time. Pretty good coverage, but he's got a seam. However, the DBs converge. A little surprised the jumper didn't knock it down, but the other guys were there. Now Homelander says, screw that, I'm keeping it myself. Using his feet, his fast feet. Makes one man miss, and that's enough for a first. Oh, he's got a man deep. The DB off target, and it's a dive. The deep is deep. And a great diving catch by the friend of the octopus. Again, he's got pressure. He finds the deep, and it's a diving across the end zone catch. 2 brilliant catches by the deep. Homelander finds him. The kick is up. The kick is good. At 14, I think that's a point shout. By the Vought. I believe this may be for the division title. But I have not seen the last week's results. He's got a man deep at the bottom. Looks like he's going for it. Is anybody there? No, it's a perfect strike. Gets a dive and then a shoestring tackle with 1:13 left in the second. Time not a huge factor for the donut. Now he's got a man across the middle, draws him in, and then fires it to Chocolate Cream, who's looking to make moves. Down just outside the 10. Call it the 11. It's gonna pass. Dangerous. Has a man in the corner of the end zone. Touchdown. Perch Donut, the jelly. Fires it in. You know, I don't like jelly in my donuts. I really like donuts. But glazed donuts, that is my fave. Put that thing in the microwave for 13 seconds. Even though it's fucking horrible for you. It does taste good for those 3 seconds it goes down. And then, of course, followed by 30 minutes of shame and self-loathing. All right, Shockwave takes over at the 1. And can't do a lot. So they have basically one play here. See what they can do. They have some potential. Can he get it off? Oh, it's a big sack. Long John in with the sack. Actually, they're going to call another play. Probably as much chance for the defense to score. If they call this one, he's got a chaser, but he comes out of the end zone quick, fires it to the deep, picks up a few yards. So look at that. 7 points each quarter, 14 total. It's a tie game against these two arch rivals. Speaking of perfection, can anybody believe my fucking brother beat me in the most recent game? That is ridiculous. But get it out of the way now, and then dominate in the playoffs. Got a man deep at the bottom. It's a strike. The 20, the 15, the 10, the 5, and he's down right there. Donuts obviously saw something they like. Let's see, they had no success running. And once again, another bottleneck. They go back to the spread formation. A quick pass. Some pressure. Terrible throw. Could have been picked. This is big. They don't want to have to settle for a field goal here. But sometimes those 7 yards are hard to find. Pressure. The dump off. And it's just there. Both defenders diving, but Lemon able to get his sticky fingers on the pigskin. A lot of pressure through, but unable to connect with the ball. Now it's 14 unanswered points from Tiramisu and the rest of the donuts. And they converge on Shockwave, shut him down pretty quick. Trips to the near side, Homelander's going to swing, the guards go in motion, Homelander's up, and he picks up 6. Now here comes some motion. Man at his feet, but not really. He's got the deep wide open, finds him quick. The deep off to sprinting races. And there he is all the way down to the 17. Big pickup. They're inside the red zone. They go right back to that same play. This time a little better coverage. But it's caught. The defender didn't turn his head around in time. And A-Train blazed right in front of him. Secured the ball, just stuck those balls right in. And again, there's pressure, but nothing doing. It is 21-21. Battle of the heavyweights. Will this come down to a last possession game? Cream at the 19. Avoids one man, avoids a couple. Out to the 38. Again, they go back to the shitty run play. A little bit better blocking, but not really. Picks up a yard and a half. Hasn't been able to get anything going, but the pass is working. Can he get the ball off? Oh, he makes a bad choice. He had his man streaking deep, but the pressure in his face, he couldn't see. I can't see out there. And then it's a shitty one. Oh, and again, the dive, the jump has not been on time between Glazed Donut and wide receiver 1. The Knight at the 12 and destroyed at the 20, the equivalent of a touchback. All of a sudden, Vought International with the chance to take the lead. Line holds pretty nicely. Shitty throw. Oh, the defender's feet were set. I thought for a second it was going to be an INT. Now let's see what Homelander can do with his legs. He swings it up, but there are defenders there. He plows through one, but not the superhuman strength we've seen in the past. Can't do a whole lot. Oh no, it's a called play, and he is murdered. Peanut butter all over that. How do you like some milk with that peanut butter, Homelander? And so it is just a 3-and-out punt right back. Not very many blocked punts this season. Blueberry at the 37. Picks up 10. And again, 7-7. Everything is even. Doesn't get more of a split match. They start off with that soft run play. This will go for the biggest yards they've gotten. And that sucks when it's only 4. Could have hit the outside for about 7. Big pass. There's pressure up the middle, but he reads the wrong gap. Love Sausage says, I'll take your 7 and subtract from that. Uh-oh, they've got a man wide open. He finally gets the ball off. I didn't think he could, but he waited too long, and the defender's able to get up there. Oh, a missed opportunity. Trying to look the guys off. Couldn't get anything going. Good blocking up front, but it will not matter. Touchback. 1 minute burned off the clock. Back at the 20. And again, it's a called play, and he can't do anything. Can't find his feet. Loses 10. 2nd and 20. Now they go motion. Not a called play. He's got a couple of dump-offs there. Draws some in, but no, too many. They might have had contact first. 3rd and 20. No flags. They do the conservative, and a man grabs his beautiful golden blonde hair and rips him to the ground. Held the ball a little long, trying to draw those defenders in. Blueberry there, good first block. And again, about a 10-yard pickup. So 238, 60 yards to go for Pater. Again, they love opening with this run play, which loves getting essentially nothing. Of course, they have 2 versions of it, and they both suck. Oh, they run it again into the near side. Oh, but this time he takes a different angle. Finally, something new works. He's at the 20, at the 15, brought down at the 13, and holds onto the ball. Huge first down. Now it's spread for Donut. He's going to have a man wide open, but he may just take it himself. He's got a bit of speed and some moves. Touchdown, Mr. Glazed Donut. But there is time left. And an important extra point here. He takes a little too long lining it up, but it doesn't matter. Kicks it through. So pretty much guarantees OT. Fires it deep. Of course, clock is running thanks to Petrasic. I don't know why the kicks aren't going as long as normal. I mean, that was, full power. That should have been 6 yards in the end zone, but whatever. I think everything got moved up. Lodge likes his kick return. Pressure on Homelander. Oh, and a caught. That would have been the game. A-Train, though, catches it, rips it away. Thought it was an INT for a moment. Did pick up 11. The deep is open. They find him, gets a diver, and a great tackle there. They're just on time. Look at that. 40 yards, 40 seconds. They swing it to Homelander. Defense is in a pretty good position. He takes a guy but can't pop him out. That hurts. Now it's 28 seconds to get 40 yards. 2nd and 6. Homelander's going to take it himself, and he can't do anything with it. 3rd and 1. Field goal does no good. 19 seconds. Down by 7. Spread formation for Homelander. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to swing it to the far side. He's going to make some moves, but he's tackled the last play. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. They hurry up. They decide to try to fool him with motion. They've left a man wide open. They have left a man wide open, but he pushed it. Oh, Homelander and Butcher have never been on the same page. And the anger there, Homelander couldn't throw it up, soften up. And Butcher was thinking about Homelander just railing his wife, and his hands were a little distracted, unable to bring it in. And just like that, the Donuts take it and I think clinch the division. They may have won all 3 matchups. Wow. Pretty intense and pretty impressed. There it is. The Donuts do clinch the division in Week 16. Who would have thunk it? He called Bobby out and he lived up to it. Thanks for spending time down in the dungeon with Tim.